fight isn't over. The fight is just beginning.
This state's name originally belonged to Colorado, but that was before Congress discovered that the man who came up with the name was lying about its meaning. A man named George Willing brought the name to Congress, saying it was a native Shoshone word for mountains of gems. But in reality, it was made up. He met a girl whose name was Ida, and so he wanted to get the state named after her. Congress eventually rejected his name for the state they eventually called Colorado, which is a Spanish name. Years later, a land was discovered which was rich in natural resources. Congress, without any fresh ideas, revisited the made-up name. So now we live in a place with a name which was stolen from another state and is completely made up by a lobbyist in 1860. This state has such an interesting history, but it contains so many hidden gems in the mountains that it's no wonder we are called the Gem State. Sure, the name doesn't mean anything, but fact remains that we are still the state of untold treasures which lie deep within each of our mountain ranges.
All your trials and troubles for a time, like a pronghorn underneath the bottom wire.
What's going on, guys? This is Carl with the Racerred channel. Looking for a trail that may not be so obvious.
Cypress Hills and the big country below where life is still and a man can be alone. You can duck underneath all your trials and troubles for a time, like a pronghorn underneath the bottom wire. You can sweat and cuss and wonder why they say our West has died.
Beautiful country, that's for sure. I was talking about the two-strokes becoming kind of an evolution, or the four-strokes being an evolution of trials riding. And it's kind of funny how that works, because four strokes didn't come along as a real serious bike competition wise until pretty recent years. It really wasn't until around the year 2000 that four-stroke motorcycles became light enough and powerful enough to compete with two-strokes. It only took a couple of years for four-strokes to completely dominate the world of supercross and motocross. When everyone thought that two-strokes had taken their last breath, off-roading became more and more popular until two-strokes started selling again. A two-stroke can drop down low in the RPM range without killing the engine. This makes them perfect for off-roading, as they can gain perfect traction at low RPM where a four-stroke would flame out and die. So it wasn't the horsepower or weight that saved two-strokes, it was the engine characteristics. They're also more fun to ride than just about anything. So, two-strokes still live. They receive many updates from manufacturers and attempts at making them cleaner and cleaner as restrictions on the world's population become stricter and stricter. For now, we still enjoy the freedom of riding these machines, and it's probably best that we enjoy it while it still lasts, as there's nothing that's more fun on two wheels than riding a two-stroke.
It really keeps the engine alive. This is some gnarly stuff back in here. I'm sure the camera just doesn't do it justice, but it is pretty steep with really rewarding views. Not on YouTube, but in real life. The views here are beautiful. See if we can work our way down to this area down here with the lake. I don't know exactly where this is taking us, but I think it may get us all the way down in here. This is real pretty stuff. Try to get you guys a view on the drone. This is the epitome of rugged terrain. Alright, so looks like we're leaving that lake behind over there, and we're going to work our way around this one. I'm gonna go ahead and stop between these two lakes. Seems like a good spot to hang out. Wow, this is absolutely beautiful. Back in here, this stuff is pristine.
You can see the bare paws, the old man on his back, prickly pears blooming in the short and native grass. Give you some idea of where you're at. Buckbrush and sage, far as you can see. It's the south slopes of the hills and turns to pines and poplar trees. Cattle all a-grazing up and down Big Coulee under Charlie Russell skies like a blue and purple sea. Cypress hills and the big country below where life is still and a man can be alone. You can duck underneath all your trials and troubles for a time, like a pronghorn underneath the bottom wire. Cypress Hill, and the big country below where life is still, and a man can be alone. You can duck underneath all your trials and troubles for a time, like a pronghorn underneath the bottom wire. You can sweat and cuss and wonder why they say our West has died. And the folks around the Cypress Hills still drag calves to the fire.